My sister's life it's a lot, you know?
Hmm.
What if one of Hollywood's most beloved stars wasn't the victim, but the villain? Blake Lively is known for her charm, her grace, and her picture-perfect life with Ryan Reynolds. But behind the red carpets and Instagram filters, a scandal is brewing. One that could bring her entire image crashing down.
And this is some family drama. You don't do this. You don't do this in front of the scenes. This is not right, okay?
It all started with a shocking accusation and ended with a leaked recording that no one was supposed to hear. Did Blake Lively use her power to destroy another actor's career? And how deep does this rabbit hole go? It began quietly.
And like proudly displaying us, we're women, so we can just lie and cheat and steal our way into control these big movies. I mean, how disturbing is this to you?
Blake Lively told the world she was deeply shaken, too emotionally fragile to appear in public. She blamed fellow actor Justin Baldoni, suggesting he had caused her serious distress. So much that she couldn't attend events or continue life as usual. Sympathy poured in. But then, something didn't add up.
And what it sounds like is that she's not interested in being a part of a team. She just wants to own it all.
Not long after these claims, Blake appeared at the premiere of A Simple Favor, glowing on the red carpet, smiling for cameras, and soaking in attention. Her public behavior seemed to contradict everything she had told the court. Viewers began to question, was this all just an act? Then came the twist no one expected. Paul Feig, the director of A Simple Favor, broke his silence. He publicly rejected the idea that Blake was too frightened to attend the premiere. According to him, there was no sign of fear. Blake was confident, professional, and totally in control.
She didn't come out and make a statement. She didn't come out, with her heart in her hand or say anything. She just kind of allowed this movie to be like an innocent bystander to everything that went on with It Ends With Us.
His statement shattered her carefully crafted narrative. If the director himself didn't back her story, who would? Doubt started to creep in. Was Blake Lively fabricating her emotional trauma?
Everyone's seeing through it. They're seeing through the BS. And, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are seeking gag orders against Baldoni from releasing information.
Things escalated quickly when a leaked audio recording hit the internet. In it, Ari Emanuel, the powerful CEO of talent agency WME, admitted he fired Justin Baldoni simply because he was close friends with Blake and Ryan Reynolds. No misconduct, no red flags, just loyalty. That revelation rocked the industry. It confirmed what many had suspected. Blake hadn't been a victim. She had pulled strings behind closed doors, using her influence to push someone out of Hollywood.
And realized that Blake Lively was not telling the truth and that it was going to be a very steep climb for them to explain why they misrepresented so many things in their initial filings.
The consequences were brutal, but only for one of them. Justin's projects were canceled. His name disappeared from upcoming deals with streaming giants like Amazon and Apple. Meanwhile, Blake landed new gigs, including narrating a Hulu documentary. She posted glamorous photos, walked red carpets, and continued climbing the industry ladder. How could someone claim to be too emotionally fragile to work, while doing everything a Hollywood power player does? The contradiction couldn't be ignored any longer.
She's upset about TikTokers coming out with information or believing that TikTokers are leaking information. Well, then that kind of defeats her own argument.
Behind the scenes, whispers grew louder. Blake, it seemed, had been quietly orchestrating a campaign to blacklist Justin. No official investigations, no court rulings, just silent moves made by powerful friends. Rumors swirled that she had called in favors, leaning on her relationships to shut doors in Justin's face. What began as a personal issue had turned into a full-blown career takedown. And it didn't stop there. As the scandal unfolded, more names were pulled into the chaos. Blake's co-star Anna Kendrick was rumored to have clashed with her on set. Jenny Slate was quietly mentioned as a potential witness.
And I can't tell you who the person was, but he got a very strong tip from somebody regarding Jenny Slate potentially being brought into the suit.
Even Ryan Reynolds found himself under scrutiny. Was he part of the pressure campaign to have Justin removed? The circle of silence around Blake began to crack. And with each name added, the story lost another layer of credibility. By now, Justin Baldoni wasn't staying silent. He refused to settle.
Texted me last night. You came here. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. We're going to talk about stuff. And you showed up anyways. And you listened. Because I love you.
Armed with the leaked audio, he launched a legal counterattack, arguing that Blake's false claims had cost him millions and his career. If the case moves forward, Blake could be forced to hand over private emails, texts, and call logs. This wouldn't just be embarrassing. It could expose a toxic pattern in Hollywood where the rich and connected destroy others with a phone call.
It's painful. It is painful.
And so despite all of the resentment, to me, at the end of the day, that's what it means to be man enough.
If this case goes to trial, the entertainment world could be forced to face its darkest truths: the manipulation, the cover-ups, the favoritism that pushes some up and others out.
I'm a huge fan of you.
Oh.
Your movies are so inspiring. If everyone can tag Justin Baldoni to this video, it would mean the world to me. I have been trying to reach out to you for the longest. I have everything of you.
Blake's entire persona, once built on elegance and poise, now teeters on the edge of collapse. She claimed to be too broken to work, but the evidence paints a different picture. A woman using her influence to eliminate a colleague, all while keeping her image squeaky clean.
I think at this point, Lively's team very strongly believes that if they're able to add more women officially to the lawsuit, that the claims will look more legitimate. But at this point, I don't think Jenny Slate or anyone else on the cast really wants to jump aboard the Plantation Khaleesi's yacht that seems to be sinking rather quickly.
So where does the truth lie? Justin Baldoni lost deals, partnerships, and reputation. Blake Lively walked away with more fame and more jobs, yet she claimed to be the one suffering. The leaked audio from Ari Emanuel didn't just poke holes in her story. It blew the whole thing wide open.
Listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but everything that I'm reading here points to the fact that Blake Lively manipulated her audiences and lied to her audiences.
Now, Hollywood is watching closely. If the case moves to court, more secrets will be exposed.
Co-star Justin Baldoni calling it outrageously insulting and playing into every sexist trope. The illustration depicts Lively using a slingshot to fire a cell phone at Baldoni.
And if Blake's narrative falls apart under oath, it won't just ruin her lawsuit. It could ruin her career. Because in the end, the one who cried victim might be the one holding the slingshot.